this is the doctor's look for...
Got some rings.
Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous.
Some Gallifreyan
Gorgeous.
nail tattoos.
Over and out.
Start filming.
Good day and welcome back to Who Catalog. Now, it's been a very long time since I have done one of these sort of face-to-face videos, what you would call a normal YouTube video. I think it's been around 7 months since I responded to the news of Ncuti Gatwa's coming on to Doctor Who, and so this is kind of fitting, I guess, because I'm talking about some Ncuti Gatwa 15th Doctor news, amongst some other things, you know, tidbits of information that I didn't touch on when they came out, because I didn't think that they were substantial enough to warrant a video on. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm catching up on the news that I didn't report on because I didn't feel it sufficed a video. Now, this video is probably going to be broken up into little bits, so my outfit now will probably change, because I'm probably filming right now at 2 AM in the morning. I'm probably going to film some tomorrow because I'm not at work, so that's the plan. Now we're going to get straight into the fluff of it. We're going to be discussing some news, a lot of stuff you already know, maybe some of you don't know, but for the most part, I'm going to be touching on the new news. So, first off, we got the costume reveal for Ncuti Gatwa's 15th Doctor and Millie Gibson's Ruby Sunday, respectively. Now, I woke up yesterday, at 12 in the afternoon after just having yet another sleepless night, as it has been, and this was what greeted me. The first thing I see on my feed when I get up is the 15th Doctor's costume reveal, and my oh my, boy oh boy. Now, usually I'd be very particular and meticulous about the Doctor's outfit and what I deem presentable for the Doctor and doctory, but I was kind of reserved this time, and I was just sort of in that mood, in that mindset of we'll get what we get, and there's no real harm in it. We still got David Tennant filling in as a 14th Doctor for the anniversary, so I was like, yeah, you know what, whatever we get, it's just good to get some leaks, because we're trying to fill this empty void that we're about to be filling for the next year. But my first thoughts upon looking at that picture were, Jesus, I love it. Now, the tartan sort of, what would you call it, plaid jacket and pants, trousers if you want, I thought that it was great. They may look quite similar and almost like a one piece because they have the same sort of patterning. I still loved them, like, regardless. The orange sort of felt sweater shirt that the Doctor has there and the necklace also worked amazing, but there was just something very unique, yet so familiar about this costume. Now, the Doctor usually has these outlandish bohemian costumes that really don't run in line with the general sense of dress that most people have. Even for their time in the classic era, some costumes like the Sixth Doctor's, Colin Baker's, they've just never been conventional dress for obvious reasons, ones that I don't need to explain. But I think that this costume that we get for the 15th Doctor is sort of a coalescence of both casual, acceptable dress nowadays and that sort of weird doctory wardrobe that we usually get. It's smart and sophisticated, yet it's also alien and somewhat questionable. It's just perfect in my eyes. I don't know why. I look at it and go, it's kind of goofy and not in a good way, but at the same time, I'm in love with it. Ruby's it's so-so. I'll admit, it just looks like a generic, run-of-the-mill, modern 21st century girl's attire, but is what it is. I guess that's what she is embodying, so I'm not going to be a real thorn in that discussion, but yeah, I love it. Also, Ncuti Gatwa's costume is more than just the general shirt, pants, jumper, or coat, we have rings. We have several rings that Ncuti Gatwa I think I've seen him wear in other occasions, but also on his nails we have Gallifreyan symbols, I guess. This is such a... I don't even have the word. It is a very unique touch to add to a Doctor's wardrobe. I don't think I would have even thought of that in a million years. It's just such a weird thing to add, but it works, and I don't know. When we see in the video that I'll play just now.
Is everyone ready? Is the world ready? Because I'm about... Seated. Are you sat? I'm about to introduce Ruby Sunday to you all. To you all. Get ready. Get ready. Here she is. Go on, the girl.
The wind really worked with that.
Isn't it? Listen. Kind of windswept and interesting. She's cute. She's cute. Go on.
Ready? Oh! Oh, you blending in with the
My transport this morning.
Oh, yeah. This is the Doctor's look for...
Got some rings.
Oh, gorgeous.
Some Gallifreyan.
Gorgeous.
No tattoos.
Over and out.
Start filming.
When Ncuti is showing his rings, there are Gallifreyan symbols on his nails. It's a really nice touch. I think the rings work perfectly, and alongside the necklace and those tattoos on his nails, which I never really thought about nail art before like that for the Doctor, but I guess it works. I really like the Doctor accessorizing, and I think that would be good. I think others have raised this discussion. It would be good to see some a sort of wedding ring to memorialize, the Doctor's marriage to River Song, especially given how we haven't seen her for so long on the show. Just to, just as a reminder that he still thinks about that commitment. Ruby's is okay. She has a sort of denim jacket with a fur tip. It's nothing crazy. She's got sort of weird, not graphic t-shirt, but a weird pant t-shirt underneath. Short shorts. Doc Marten boots, maybe, if I'm remembering correctly. Judy's Doctor's boots. This is crazy. On first glance, it looked like some sort of tailor-made Doc Martens, but I've seen elsewhere that they're not. I've found a similar boot here from a Reddit post, and that was cool. I just love the Doctor's look here, and I'm taking up a lot of time discussing the costumes, but I love it. It feels so homely yet, so alien, and I cannot wait to see this on screen for 2023 into 2024. Now, it does feel like this is a bit more casual Doctor, but we have to take into account the fact that this is supposed to be the show, every essence of the show appealing to a much wider audience on Disney+, so that is a factor to take into account. But otherwise, I think generally it is a very good costume, and I love it. It's good. Nothing harsh to say about it. Okay, this is about the part that I have changed outfits. I thought that I'd get a little bit more bohemian, doctory style, so don't mind the navy blue velvet jacket. It looks quite stupid, but right on theme. In other news, though, we have had some reveals that the average length for the series going forward we're assuming starting from series 14, where Ncuti Gatwa picks up the helm of the show, will be shorter. In the past, we've had a rough sort of hard and fast rule as to how many episodes we get per series. Now, I think it's been around 10, 12 for most of New Who, especially the Moffat era, not counting specials where we would have numerous from the end of the RTD1 era. Looks like we are going to be getting a shorter series, and while this is kind of not great, it also means that we'll be getting more budget per episode. The less episodes we have, the more funding can go to particular stories. This is a consequence of the Disney Plus buyout, but that is, it's kind of a double-edged sword, if I'm being honest. We get more budget for fewer episodes, but In turn, that means we get fewer episodes. However, that might mean that the quality of the stories would be a lot better. As much as I love the RTD era, there are a couple stories, of course, that I just don't think many people like. Fear Her, Tooth and Claw, Love and Monsters. We could maybe just brush the plate clean and get some really quality stories around the entirety of the series. Now, also officially, this is official, the 14th Doctor's real story, lore if you want, has begun with Liberation of the Daleks in the Doctor Who magazine. Now, in terms of if it's canon, that is up to you. As far as Doctor Who comics and external media go, like with Big Finish and other audio adventures, it's really a pick and choose canon. So if you don't classify something as canon, technically, I guess you can shrug it off and pretend that it doesn't exist, like other people have with other things. Oh god, there's a lot of it. But it really gives us some insight into how the 14th Doctor is going to work. Going off of Liberation of the Daleks, the comic story, the 14th Doctor goes on some mini adventures before we get him in the anniversary specials. So this will mean that he'll have time to come into his own and establish himself as his own Doctor. Maybe, you know, separate himself from 10 in a way. Hopefully he can flesh his character out through that. We also recently got the reveal for the 14th Doctor's TARDIS. Now, this is purely conceptual. It is in the early development stages, from what I can tell, but it looks fantastic. It looks bigger and brighter than ever. I don't know if the white hue will stay and remain, as you can see in the image, but it looks great. I am a fan of it, and it certainly has individualized itself against the slew of TARDISes we've got in the past. This is quite a TARDIS interior, if I'm being honest. I quite like it. Also, with the reveal of Ncuti Gatwa's 15th Doctor's costume, Ncuti has posted some kind of behind-the-scenes tidbits on his Instagram, namely this one, which I saw this morning, and it looks like there might be some goodies there, but I can't exactly tell if we're just looking at the whole behind-the-scenes set, or if there's some potential leaks that we could ascertain from that picture. I'm not perceptive enough to tell, so I guess time will tell, really, here. There was also talks not too long ago, I believe the Confused Addy post covered it some couple weeks ago, maybe even been 2 or 3 weeks by now, that Miriam Margolyes of, well, outside the UK at least, Harry Potter Professor Sprout fame, sorry, and she's not known too well over here in Australia, so don't come at me spouting hellfire with your pitchforks in tow, okay? That's just the cultural thing here. She will be involved in Doctor Who in some capacity. Now, the popular theory is that she will be voicing, not playing exactly, but voicing Beep the Meep, who is a Doctor Who comic character who is making his way onto the silver screen, well, TV, for the 60th anniversary. So that is also some news. Other than that, unless I'm completely forgetting something, that is all I had to talk about today. There is a lot more on the way. We'll be getting more leaks and more reveals as time goes on, because you can only hide so much from social media. Filming is beginning now, I believe, with the costume reveal. Filming began in Wales yesterday, Australian time, so that's great. It means we'll be getting some reveals coming along, hopefully next month, January, because I don't want to have it all dumped on us by the new year. I want to keep this hype train going for as long as possible, because it is going to stagnate and be stale for a long time next year before November 23 rolls around. So thank you for staying and listening to this ramble of information that you probably already received, just not in this pathetic manner. Oh well. Thank you so much, as always, and as always, Alonzi, until next time.